it gives me great pleasure to invite the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation of the United Republic of Tanzania, Honorable Bernard Camillus Membe. And if there is any minister I know of who is committed to diaspora, it's Minister Membe. And I think we are very fortunate to have him as the Minister of Foreign Affairs at a time when we are trying to have the diaspora organize and play a meaningful role in the development of Tanzania. Honorable Minister, please.
Mr. Chairman, the President, my fellow ministers, and the fellow members of Parliament, highly powered delegation from Tanzania, I can see you here, and the DICOTA community. First of all, let's congratulate ourselves and congratulate you for turning up in big numbers to welcome the President of the United States. After 2 unsuccessful attempts to get the President to the United States to address DICOTA, God has heard your prayers. Today, the third attempt has hit the jackpot. So to speak, because he has come at a time when all of us and Tanzania is celebrating 50 years of anniversary of independence. And so his coming today is necessarily a jackpot to the DICOTA of North America. Congratulations to them. Before I bring the President to the podium to address the DICOTA, let me just in passing tell the DICOTA community what my ministry has done in the past 4 years. 6 years after coming to power of this 4th term administration, the instruction was put to the Foreign Ministry in a clear and a crystal sense that we must engage the diaspora, that we must bring the diaspora to the country and the country to diaspora. DICOTA today is a bridge that joins the United States and Tanzania together, bonded by partnership and bonded by the fact that the DICOTA community in North America and in the United States is there to serve the Tanzanians back home, and that the government of Tanzania is there to help the DICOTA community to discharge its duties. We recognize the competencies, collective competencies that DICOTA holds in the United States. In the past 5 years, when an order was given to the ministry to engage the diaspora community, my ministry established the department, a fully fledged Department of Diaspora in Dar es Salaam in the headquarters. And that was complemented by the same establishment of a Department of Diaspora in Zanzibar. These 2 departments of diaspora in Tanzania are engaged to do 4 things. 1, it has the duty to sensitize and reach out to all diaspora communities in the world and encourage them to provide leadership or to create leadership with which the ministry will be contacting in order to know the number of Tanzanians out there. And Mr. President, we now know, although the numbers are not yet clear, but we now know that the diaspora community worldwide from Tanzania is approaching 2 million Tanzanians. And si haba ni idadi kubwa ya Watanzania walioko nje. But another thing that the diaspora department is doing in the ministry is to make sure that we act as ears of the diaspora to our government. We are determined to solve the problems that are confronting the diaspora community today in the world, and one of which is the dual citizenship problem. You posed the question, and we answered that question. And the question was simple and clear. What in the event that a Tanzanian living overseas obtains a citizenship of that country? Should he lose automatically the natural birth nationality of Tanzania? And the answer was simple: no. This is what we are. And this no as an answer is fully supported by the giant in the architecture of the diaspora community, President Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete. But we have another duty that the foreign ministry is playing, and that is to make sure that all investment, trade, and commercial opportunities that are available out here reach the Tanzanians back home, and that all opportunities again in the invest direction that happens in Tanzania, those opportunities, trade and economic opportunities, are communicated to the diaspora, so that the overall strategy to engage the diaspora in bringing investments back home, trade back home, is really glued, that is really connected to the diaspora. We don't like the diaspora to lag behind when investors from the United States are coming to Tanzania. We want you to be part and a parcel of the overall strategy of bringing those investments back home. And you are doing the right thing. The third duty that we have been working with is that we have been able to engage the financial institutions, service institutions that I can see here, NSSF, PPF, CRDB, the governor of the bank, the commissioner for customs. Everybody is here. We are engaging the service institutions, financial institutions, to come to the assistance of the DICOTA so that things go well, so that they help to mitigate the problems that confront the diaspora, and then we will have a meaningful connection between diaspora and Tanzania, and to develop that country as it has been intended in our manifesto that was spelled out in 2005. And the final thing that we are doing is we want to make sure that diaspora is part and parcel of that country. We have a dream that says, in the near future, if the statistics go well, if we get to know the numbers, and if we resolve the citizenship clause or crisis, the diaspora community that Mr. President is seeing here today will have the opportunity to vote and get elected at a time when you need it. You will have that chance, and that chance will come. Mr. President, those are the things that the ministry have been doing in the past 6 years since you gave orders to engage the diaspora. But I must also pay tribute to Zanzibar, particularly the current president, President Dr. Shein. Dr. Shein, as I've said, has established a department under his office, the diaspora department under his office, and it is doing a wonderful job. But a question, Mr. President, will be raised here today. Why has it taken so long for the diaspora community to solve all these crises? The President will help me, but I will start saying that the ministry has done tremendous efforts to bring this crisis or to bring these problems to an end. It has gone to the cabinet, and after the cabinet it will go to the Zanzibar House of Representatives and the Parliament to address the bolts and nuts that needs to be fixed before we bring this matter to the constitutional debate and be included in the Constitution. Because we want the Constitution to recognize diaspora, but also to correct the mistakes of the past of forfeiting citizenship or nationality to Tanzanians just because one has happened to secure, for whatever reason, a citizenship of another country. So, and I thank the diaspora so much for coming to our assistance. We are crying loud and that cry has been heard by the President of the United Republic of Tanzania.